time for the 8th annual Mangiwhai Bowl Jam. We're going to a skateboarding competition today, but it's raining. Ominous signs for the start of a skateboard competition. I'm not a skateboarder, but I'm guessing that drizzle is not ideal, but hopefully it's on because I am going to get my first crack at sports photography.
Holy heck! Let's get up the bowling! Josh Wilson's in. Up to Josh, we've got a Hamish. Yeah, Josh. Sick style. Right, Hamo. What's he got? Hey, let's give it up for Beza. Yeah. Joe, this is real. Who we got? Yes. Oh.
Where have I been? Sorry, I've been gone for ages. I've been gone so long that the last video was the 30th of Jan and I haven't even updated my wall so that I could do a end of Jan update. So let's just start off straight with that. So after Jan, on my 50 book challenge, I read 11 books in Jan. 100 videos I did 13, Feb's not so good, and exercises I did 28. So Jan was off to a flying start, and then what happened? Well, turns out that Feb was hot. First of all, had a skateboard bowl jam that I photographed at. Then I photographed my first wedding as a second shooter. The weekend after that, I photographed another wedding by myself. And in the midst of this, I got to play around with a full frame camera, and I got a new lens. So we've got a lot of videos on the horizon talking about pretty much all of those points, and that's really, really exciting. But for now, I want to start right back at the beginning, at the start of Feb, with the Mangiwhai Skateboard Bowl Jam, which is run by my friend Jessie Peters. And here's a little photo montage for you. So that right there's a selection of some of the photos. The bowl jam was really awesome. It was extremely hot, and I got the chance to play around with this lens for the first time, the big Bertha, the sports lens. Really good because you can fire it up to 2.8 aperture, have a really high shutter speed and capture the movement really well, and it's nice and sharp. It got one of the most interesting photos that I took, I think, which is the photo here of the guy in the vans jumping. I like that because it's sort of random, you can't really tell that it's skateboarding. In terms of my favourite photo of the day, that was probably this guy here in his smooth outfit, white on white. The crazy thing about that photo is that this guy came up, had one run, and then bailed and actually like broke his elbow, so he was only riding for like 2 seconds. Another image I like is this guy here. I just think he's cool. Like, the great thing about shooting skateboarding is that it's got this mixture of street art and fashion, and there's a movement, so there's always something going on, which is really fun to shoot. This guy here, this photo here is actually quite cool because this is the guy that won the event. A photo that I quite like is this one here of the guy lying down, face down in the bowl. I think, you know, these guys are crazy. They bail so much and then they get back up, and I just really like this photo because it sort of summarizes that battle that they have. So yeah, that's my first foray into sports photography. I think now that I sort of got the hang of it, if I was to go again, I'd probably play around with more angles. I think I quite like the extreme close-ups. I'd probably play around with also putting the camera at different heights because I sort of ended up always being at eye level. The 10 to 18mm lens was real fun for getting the wide angles, for getting the sort of capturing the essence of the bowl. But all in all, it was a cool day. It was like real fun, and I was glad to like be able to sort of come away with, especially that shot of the guy in the white on white. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video to get back on board rolling. Obviously with the wedding photography that I did, that's huge news because that represents a huge achievement. So I'm excited to do a video coming up discussing and debriefing all of that. So for now, we'll call it a day. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon in the next video.